Hello. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to All Signs. I'm really sorry, but I'm not showing my face. Not showing my face. I had a big procedure and I look like crap. Okay. And I just don't want to show my face, but I did want to at least show up here for you guys and show you that I didn't forget about you and that I'm still here. We are going to be doing all signs, what you can expect or what you don't see coming. This is for this upcoming week. Please keep in mind that all these readings online here are general. So if you want to book a personal, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. Yes, I am taking super chat questions. So if you guys know how that works, awesome. Welcome back. If you don't, then you can just click on the pinned comment in the chat box and it'll take you over to my super chat rules. Okay. All super chat questions can be asked directly through YouTube, so you don't need to use an external website or anything like that. Hello, I am Y. Hello, Rick. It's so nice to see you. Complexity is here. Hello, Erica. Hello, Sun Moon Scorp. Hey, guys. Hello, hello. I'm feeling okay. Let the laughter begin. Love your sense of humor. Oh my God, shut up. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like right now my face is looking a little hot tamale, and I don't look like the kind of hot tamale I want to look like, you know what I mean? So I'm looking pretty terrifying. I did vlog it though, so you guys are gonna be able to see. Sorry if this volume's too loud. You guys are going to be able to see what I had done, the process, what I look like, which by the way, 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Like, I love the results that I'm getting, but my God, I looked so bad. It looked like my face was like 10 times bigger or 10 times too big for my body. I mean, it was truly horrifying. I looked so bad because I had laser resurfacing done. And when I tell you, man, it was something else. And it was so freaking painful. What's up, Kismet? It's good to see you. Oh my God, yes. Sun, Moon, Scorp, hot tamales were always my favorite, honestly. So yeah, guys, once again, welcome to All Signs. We're going to be taking a look at what you don't see coming. This is going to be for next week. If you guys want to book a personal reading instead of watching a general, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. If you don't know how super chats work, you can go to my super chat rules on my website and all of that will be explained to you. Welcome, Zaza. Nice to see you again. Thank you so much for being the first super chatter. Oh, I'm a little raw. Like, to be honest with you, Kismet, it was like, let's see, we're a day over 2 weeks ago. So I had it done 2 weeks and a day ago, and I will say, like, it's definitely rough. I've never had to recover this long from a face procedure. And I've had a lot of skin procedures done, but I've never had one that's been like this intense, dude. Bitch, you're beautiful. Thank you. I love the striped shirt you had on during the Scorpio. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Girl, SPF. Oh, absolutely. I actually went to the gym, and it was the first time I went because obviously, like, I can't go to the gym, A, looking like that, and B, ew, El Barfo, El Disgusto. Like, I can imagine I would have just been getting stared at, and I'm pretty sure a few people would have snuck some pictures of me. So like, not not trying to be that kind of party, you know what I mean? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Sorry, I'm not showing my beautiful mug. Sorry, guys. Just not happening, okay? So, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Let's go ahead and see what you have coming up for this next week. The 10 of Wands. So you clearly have a lot on your plate. You have a lot going on, maybe in regards to work. Maybe it's relationships. Maybe you feel like life has been very burdensome for you. But I like that the 10 of Wands is in the upright because that's telling me that you clearly can handle whatever it is that life has been throwing at you or what life is going to throw at you next week. But I feel like this is kind of a long time coming. So it seems like you're finally able to accomplish something that you've been setting out to do. I do see maybe a little bit of yeah, be cautious of that energy. You can feel a little emotionally drained I really want you guys to make sure that you are taking care of yourselves. Give yourself that facial if you need to. Take an extra nap during the day, because there can be something where it's like you already have so much going on in your day-to-day life where it feels like a lot is piled on you. And it can just take like one wrong person to say something or do something. And it's like, that's it, bitch, right? Like, that's it. You got the baseball bat in your hands. And Aries, you're a little infamous for that kind of behavior, right? So just be careful, because you can feel pretty drained this week here. I like that the Knight of Cups is here, because this tells me that maybe through love, through relationships, if you already have a partner or a spouse or something like that, this person can actually be there to help calm you down, or to kind of sweep you off your feet a little bit, take care of the dinner for the night, or it can be that delving into creative pursuits, maybe acting, writing, drawing, painting, playing music, whatever it may be, may actually help heal you in some way and kind of take off some of the pressure that you've been dealing with. We have the devil here in reverse. So this is about an awareness of something negative in your life. So whether it's a person, place, thing, or your way of thinking, whether it's yourself, it's about really coming to an awareness of it. So if you've been taking on a lot, ask yourself like why you're doing it. Now, I'm not saying like your kids and stuff and you've been working, 5 days a week and you got to feed your kids. I'm not saying like don't do that. I'm just saying there may be something where you're feeling the need to overdo it or prove yourself in some way, or it is that you're taking on too much at one time, when it's like you don't need to do that. We're kind of in this hustle culture anyway, where it's like everybody's always doing, everybody's always going, right? And so that can become really toxic, because it gets like ingrained into our psyche. And before we know it, we look like shit by 5 o'clock, and that's not how life is supposed to be. So like I said, if you really need to, make sure you're taking care of yourself, because you can also feel like you're doing all of the work and you're not getting any of the recognition. So this can be a little bit of an issue that you have this week, but just try to put yourself first as much as you can anyway. Something that you have to look forward to is the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. So if I'm going to be completely honest, it feels like something kind of falls through or doesn't necessarily work out. And you could feel a little defeated. You could feel a little intimidated in some way because something didn't work out. But it really is just making room for whatever this is, right? So, for instance, I know that I have lost out on a lot of money on YouTube recently, because I have been, I had my face procedure. And so I had to take a lot of time off. But what it did do is help me finish 3 chapters in the novel that I'm writing. And I also started my own store that I'm obviously not telling anybody about. I'm trying to build it without using this audience as a pull. I don't know if that makes sense. So it gave me the opportunity to do things that really inspire me besides tarot. It had me be in my creative energies and start new projects and continue to finish ones, or have some kind of progress in the projects that I'm already focused on. So try to look at it like that. You have Scorpio, you have I remember, you have communication is key. So, when it comes to like your deeper emotions or even your subconscious, or where you're feeling a little frustrated, I really want to say, if there's somebody that you're able to be vulnerable with, whether it's a therapist, whether it is a partner, whether it's a best friend, I think that this would be the best time to do it. It's very interesting about the fated life versus the destiny life here. It kind of reminds me of what I was just saying about, yeah, I took 2 weeks off to be able to heal my face and heal my skin and all of those things, right? And so I lost out on some money on YouTube, but once again, it helped me go more towards other things that were destined for me in some way, right? So I kind of want to say, like, see the silver lining in something if something doesn't work out, which I feel like something isn't going to work out, but you're going to see why. So try to keep a positive mind frame. But if you feel like you need to talk to somebody about what it is that you want or about what it is that you're feeling, please feel free to do so, because I feel like you'll have somebody by your side here. All right. Thank you so much, Aries. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not. And you can always book a super chat in the chat in the chat box below. What's up, Pinky? It's nice to see you. What's up, Moon Sun? Oh my God. By the way, I am not ignoring you. I just haven't gotten a chance to get back to you. So please don't think that I'm just blowing you off. Okay. I don't want you to think that. It's nice to see you here. Everybody go check out her channel, please. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Let's go ahead and see what you don't see coming for the week ahead. Next week is going to be Venus square Saturn. Actually, I think it starts, doesn't it start this weekend? Maybe it starts on Monday. I can't remember. But basically, Venus, your ruling planet, is going to be squaring Saturn. So that should be super fun, right? We have the Lovers here, so maybe not so bad. So there can be a very big decision that you're needing to make. This can actually be a spouse or a partner that you're intertwined with. But this can also be about like a higher calling, something where you know that whatever this is, whatever this project is, whatever this thing that you're destined to do is, you know that it's part of the foundation for who you are. So it's like now or never, it's time to make a decision on that thing. Like I said, this can be about love. Amelia, thank you so much for that super chat question. This can be about love, so keep that in mind as well. They have the tool. Yeah, there's a big decision that you have to make. And I think it's going to kind of, I don't want to say force you because it doesn't feel forced. It feels like it's a choice. Like it's saying, hey, you can have this thing, but you have to bank on it. You have to say, okay, this is it. And this may have something to do with that Mars sextile Uranus. What's up, Faye? This might have something to do with that Mars sextile Uranus, in your sign. So, and that's interesting because Uranus is about doing something different. It's about breaking the mold a little bit, right? Breaking free of your chains, so to speak. And the Two of Wands is about coming out of your comfort zone. So it seems to me like you have a decision to make that could really benefit you in your life. Seven of Swords makes me feel like you're kind of keeping it on the low a little bit. This is your energy / the theme of what's going on for next week. So it seems like maybe you're making decisions, but maybe you're not telling anybody, or maybe you're asking for advice on the low to make sure that you are making the right decision. And the Nine of Swords, yeah, I really love this energy. It doesn't feel like you're stressed at all. It feels like maybe there's a little hump to get over, but it's like once you get over that, it's smooth sailing is what I want to say. Like I said, it could be about love, but mostly it's just about something that is already fundamentally within you or in your life that you're basically deciding on and you're choosing to run with. It's just about how you're going to go about it. It doesn't seem like you're sweating it, though, to be fair. Thank you, Moon Sun. The Six of Swords in reverse with the Empress. So this might be something that's a little bit challenging. I think that this almost feels like bait. It feels like something or someone is trying to pull you back into an old way of being, but I mean, damn, the Empress is you, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it can be something with a mother figure, like some issues with a mother figure, but mostly this just makes me feel like the past is trying to pull you back, but it's going to be up to you on whether or not you move forward, on whether or not you look backwards, and how you're going to deal with a past situation that might be insignificant now. Because I think that that's what happens sometimes. It's like upon our growth and learning things and learning about life and how we're maneuvering through life and what the proper way is to deal with certain situations, I think that life puts us through a lot, and then it will put us through that same situation after a point of evolution. It's like, how are you going to deal with this now after this growth spurt? So that's kind of what this makes me feel like. I hope that you get it. Three of Pentacles. I think that you have somebody here that has your back, somebody that maybe you can collaborate with, but this may be somebody that you've had issues with in the past. It could be another feminine energy. And so there might just be a little bit of an issue with that, or maybe there was some beef before, but I really think that mostly this is just positive. Yeah, see, there's going to be some kind of a really good opportunity, and probably it's going to have a financial component to it. So I see your finances maybe looking good. Eight of Wands, and yeah, see, something that's foundationally already embedded in you, like if you really love, I don't know, if you really love making videos and then a YouTuber wants to collaborate with you and you're like, this is me, like, this is what I'm meant to do. This is, and there's some kind of financial component there where it's like you'll be able to make some kind of money or something like that. What's that Eight of Wands in reverse? The Fool. Yeah, it's about getting out of your own way. You know, it's about breaking the mold and being like, you know what, I'm just going to do the thing. I'm just going to upload the video. I'm just going to write the poem. I'm just going to go to the improv acting class. I'm just going to do it, you know? And I really think that this will have some kind of new beginning that you likely really didn't expect. We have Virgo. We have lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go, and hold your vision. So, yeah, I do think that you have some kind of vision for the future. And I think it would be wise of you to really get down and dirty and do the work that it's going to take to be able to get there, you know? But I think that there may still be people, places, or things in your life that are kind of holding you back a little bit. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe that's what that Six of Swords in reverse is. It's like, well, here you are showing up as the Empress, which is the queen of all queens. It's like something's pulling you back or holding you back. Are you going to let it? That's really what it comes down to. So, thank you so much, Taurus. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a super chat, you can do so in the chat box below. Let's move on to Gemini. All right, Gemini, let's see. We have the Nine of Cups. Ooh, I like it. Being a little selfish next week. You know what I'm saying? Being a little selfish. I like it. That's cute. Okay. You're doing what makes you feel good, what makes you feel happy. So I see you kind of taking on a little bit of that Leo energy, right? We love that. Maybe you have some Leo placements, maybe you don't, but Ace of Swords in reverse. Oh, well, excuse me. Okay. So this is about you. You see how this guy has his arms folded like this? He's staying put, bitch. He's not moving. He's happy right where he is. He has everything that he needs. Why would he get up and move? You know? And that's all well and good. But sometimes when we're too comfortable, we're not really motivated to move. So something to think about. It's interesting because that Ace of Swords in reverse to the Four of Cups really makes me feel like you're just stubbornly not talking to somebody or something that's being offered to you. It's like you're not really confident in taking up that offer. And I don't know what it is, you know, hey, maybe rightfully so. Maybe it's that, right? Because the Nine of Cups eventually gets to the Ten of Cups, you know, but only if he or she takes that opportunity. And so I see you maybe just kind of denying somebody because you're not confident in this person, or you may just feel like what they have to offer isn't up to par, you know? So it makes me feel like you're kind of sticking to your boundaries a little bit. And this is Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter in Pisces is in its domicile. So it does well there. So I don't really have anything bad to say, but it just feels like something isn't up to a standard that you have set for yourself. And you're just kind of like, yeah, no thanks. So, and I don't know if this is going to be good or bad. The Chariot in reverse, the Four of Wands in reverse. This is really making me think of how Mars is starting to approach that opposition to Pluto for some reason. I don't know why I'm feeling like that. Maybe that is what it is, but this makes me feel like there's some, because this is Cancer, right? And then we have the Four of Wands, which can sometimes be, yes, it's celebrations and festivities, but it can also be about home and family and things like that. And it seems like we're having a little bit of an issue. We're having a bit of an issue with a family member or with somebody that we live with or with the spouse or something like that. And so I really feel like there are some heavy emotions that are going on. And it feels like it's based around some kind of insecurity. I like that the Eight of Pentacles is here. That's good. So it looks like you're pretty determined to work on whatever this is, or if you're dealing with somebody specifically in your family or dealing with somebody like a spouse or a partner. I feel like this person is probably willing to really make do and put in the hard work, okay? Um, Wagos, thank you so much for that super chat. Careful of any car troubles. Okay, you might need to get your car worked on next week. Just be cautious of that. I can definitely see that happening. There can be some like home renovations that you're needing to do as well. I don't know, maybe something leaks or something like that. And then we have the Hermit in reverse, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups in reverse. This really more so feels like a bit of a solo energy to me. It seems like you're minding your P's and Q's. And with that Nine of Cups, this is also, the nines are like independent, right? They are about self in a way. And that's what this is kind of making me feel like. You're not really going out with people. You're not really, hanging out with a bunch of people. You're not getting wasted and doing body shots at 2 a.m. with somebody and, falling down and losing your panties as you're walking out the bar or anything like that. It seems like you're really focused on your business. You're very well aware of who you are. You've through some trials and tribulations and maybe something that even felt like a dark night of the soul a little bit, and now you're more in like this stable place. And maybe it is because you're kind of sticking to your guns in some way, Gemini, but I feel like you're also being very not critical, but you're being very cautious of the people that you're surrounding yourself with. And speaking of leaky, Neptune. Right, Rick? Whale and orca elders, not all this water. And more water. Water, water, water. Neptune, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep, and you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Okay, so if you've had any like issues with family or anything like that, I really believe like just being honest and just being vulnerable either with yourself or with others is going to get you further than you may think. I think with that Neptune, it's about maybe forgiveness and compassion, but it can also be about releasing and like letting go of things that really don't matter, right? I'm not saying don't have boundaries. It's actually maybe telling you that you need boundaries. Okay. Sometimes Neptune can be a little too bit loosey goosey. You know what I'm saying? She wants to let everyone in and everyone's wonderful and we love everyone, no matter how bad they are, right? Higher octave of Venus. But sometimes it's like, Neptune can catch us with our pants down a little bit, literally or figuratively. All right. So just be cautious with that. And I think that you already are. I think you're very well aware of your boundaries. And I think, though, that you're probably going to need to have an emotional conversation either with yourself or with somebody else this coming week. Okay. All right, so thank you so much, Gemini. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com, but if you want to book a super chat, you can do so in the chat box below. All righty. All right. I need some water. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, Cancer, let's see what you got going on next week. We hate it. You're going to jail. No, I'm just kidding. Eight of, Eight of Swords. This can definitely be you needing to make a decision, but you don't like any of the options to be able to make the decision. So you're like, oh, I'm just not going to decide and I'm going to sit here and feel sorry for myself. Not you guys, right? I'm just kidding. Don't worry. Cancer is my favorite sign. I come in peace. But that Ace of Swords tell me that you're kind of just stuck, or you think that you're stuck, but you're really not. So I think that there's more to that. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Is it because of a financial issue? Is there something that you're needing to work on? It almost kind of feels like you're either not making a decision because you're too afraid of what other people are going to think about whatever decision that you're making, or it's specifically around your finances. Okay, so just be a little bit cautious with that. Don't like go putting anything off. Yeah, see? The Five of Pentacles, honey. Yeah, okay. Don't worry. Oh, Pentacles, 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 baby. Cha-ching. All right, so yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely time for you to either speak to a financial advisor or you need to come up with some kind of budget plan. You really need to be cautious with your money, okay? I mean, I'm a quadruple earth sign, baby. Mars and Capricorn, Moon and Taurus, Taurus rising, Sun and Virgo. Hello, I'm always going to tell you that, even though I'm not very good at that myself, interestingly enough. But there's definitely maybe some money issues coming up here. So, you don't need to spend the extra $20 on the Sex and the City season 3 on Amazon Prime this week. I think that there are some sacrifices that maybe you're going to need to make a little bit. It's just really about budgeting and making sure that you're being careful. The Tower, wonderful. The Hangman. Yeah, there's gonna be, like I said, man, there's gonna be some sacrifices that you may have to make, and you're gonna realize that, like, holy shit, like, this has to change, or I have to really be cautious with my money, or I need to get another job, or I need to change jobs. And I know that nobody wants to hear this, right? And you probably just want to beat the crap out of me after saying it, but it's really about rolling with the punches, and it really is for your overall growth and well-being, because it's like once the tower happens, the only way to go is up, bitch. You know what I mean? And so it's gonna really change your perspective, I think. Yeah, see, it's gonna change your perspective, and I really think, though, as well, changing your perspective is what is going to help you through this time, and just being confident and remaining optimistic. It's really interesting, like, I notice even when I feel sad or when I'm upset, I will force a smile on my face and just put a little bit of pep in my step, as lame as that sounds, but it really does change my mood. And so sometimes you're just needing to change your perspective to be able to get through something. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's about you really taking initiative and changing the way that you're seeing a situation. But I think staying more optimistic as opposed to whatever the fuck this is going to be really important, because maybe this is the perspective that you have. You know, it's like maybe you feel like, oh, well, if I just keep doing the same thing every day, and I'm just showing up every day, and I'm just clocking in even though I'm not happy and my check sucks. It's like, okay, well, that's great. Have fun with that, right? But sometimes we need to sauce it up a little bit. We need to do something a little bit differently, you know? And this day and age with Chat GPT, with Midjourney, with all of these things and all of the resources that you could possibly need to budget, to get a second job, to have a side gig, to, like, no excuses, right? And I, like, nobody wants to hear that. Like, shut the fuck up, right? But Three of Swords in reverse. See, look at that. The Magician and the Six of Cups. I think that somebody really has your back here. It's almost like you have all of these gifts that you're not utilizing, and somebody who is a gift to you, because that's what the Six of Cups can be. It can be a gift from God, plus the Magician, which is your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. Somebody's like, hey, are you stupid? No, you're not. Like, you literally have, or you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're just sitting on it. And so I think somebody's really going to kind of bless you and encourage you a little bit. House 1, baby. House 1, pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature. Believe in the impossible. Yeah, baby, you gotta change your perspective. It's like you think that showing up every day and just putting the hammer on the same fucking nail is gonna do anything. It's not. So this is about, also, house 1 is the perspective or the filter through which you see the world, but it's also how people see you. It can also be how you see yourself. Okay. And so I really think that this is about perspective for you and your approach to life. And an approach to life can also be about how you're thinking about things and how you can change things for yourself. And, like, chill out, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're having a freak out fest. Okay. I'm not talking about like Diddy. Okay. But you're having like a freak out over something, and you're not really doing anything about it. So it's like you have to do something about it. So keep that in mind. But you are far more capable of more than you believe that you are. And I think somebody's going to help you realize it this coming week. So thank you so much, Cancer. Absolutely adore you guys. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. And if you want to book a super chat, you can do so right now in the chat box below. All right. Let's move on to Leos. 7 of Cups in reverse. Ooh, hold on. I need one more here. The Temperance. Okay. So I like it because this is Jupiter, right? And sometimes, or, well, it's Sagittarius, but Jupiter rules Sagittarius. But, Jupiter can sometimes be a little bit like overly confident or even sometimes delusional, but I don't see that here. The 7 of Cups in reverse is like you're being very realistic about what it is that you're attempting to create. What's up, Darcy? About what you're attempting to create. It seems like you're pretty much at peace with where you're at or some kind of decision that you're making. It seems like you had a lot of options in regards to something that you're pursuing or something that you're doing. And it seems like this coming week, you're finally deciding what that is. And it seems like you're happy with your decision. You can be being very generous with somebody. This is Moon in Taurus, Sagittarius. You can be very financially generous to somebody this coming week, or maybe somebody is being financially generous towards you. But I see you just, yeah, I love this. I see you maybe giving to some kind of soulmate connection, whether that's platonic or otherwise. It just seems like you're at peace. You're just feeling good. You're not like delusional. You're in a very realistic state of mind. You're doing your due diligence. You just have this sense of patience and generosity and love to give and love to receive. And it's just all around a really good energy. You can be also putting or spending a little bit of money on somebody that you care about, or you can be spending some money on education, or maybe spending some money on travel or something like that as well. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Death card and the Four of Swords. Okay. Well, it seems like you're definitely healing from something, or maybe for some of you, you're going through some kind of physical thing. Okay. So maybe you're healing from some kind of health changes that you're going through. But I see you being invested in the change. So I really like that. JD Venus, thank you so much for that super chat. I see you being very invested in the change and invested in the sense of evolution. For some reason, though, if I'm going to be totally honest, you may be kind of forced to chill out, and I don't know what that means for you. I don't know if it's like you have been going through something physical, like you have been going through some kind of physical issues, and like the doctor's like, "Hey, yeah, like you need to go chill out a little bit." Cassie, nice to see you. Thank you so much for that super chat question. You can be going through some physical stuff where you're kind of like, okay, I need to chill out a little bit, or I need to take a break from the gym, or I need to, rest to recuperate, etc. But this can also be like you just being very invested in regards to your mental health and evolving your mentality and your mental health as well for some reason. King of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. This is like very lighthearted to me, especially with that Sagittarius energy there, that, super luxurious Moon and Taurus energy there, the Venus in Cancer, right? It really seems like to me, you're kind of like maybe letting somebody else take the lead, or not saying you're neglecting your responsibilities. I think that you're handling everything fine, but this makes me feel like you're more so being lighthearted about things that you want to pursue or people that you want to pursue, maybe getting in touch with your creative side a little bit and just going after the things that brighten up your life somewhat. So it just feels like a really good positive energy, to be honest. Oh, thanks, Kismet. House 9. I love it. Like I said, you guys can be spending some money on travel or education for some of you. Maybe even faith, earth school, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Oh my God, how weird is that? So yeah, some of you are definitely getting into some education stuff, which I really, really like. I feel like it's encouraging you to do that. Conclusions are within reach. So keep pursuing whatever this is, okay? Whether it is actual just like life lessons and soul growth, and maybe you're going to church, or maybe you're doing more meditating, or it's like something about maybe your philosophy on life is gonna change, or it's maybe telling you to seek that out a little bit more, or discover that part of yourself a little bit more, maybe work with a mentor or a guru or a life coach maybe, but mostly I really feel like this is about either travel or higher education or around religion and or spirituality, but keep doing whatever that house 9 means for you, okay? All right, thank you so much, Leo. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. And if you want to book a super chat, you can do so in the comment section below. So let's go ahead and move on to Virgo. All right. Oh, good for you, Kismet. Hell yeah. All right. Virgo, Page of Swords in reverse. All right, be careful with this energy, please. Any kind of like shit talking, okay, stalking people's profiles, coming up with conclusions in your own mind that don't really make sense, or, you could like see one thing online and just like run with it and be like, oh my God, and make up a bunch of stuff in your head like you Virgos sometimes do. I'm a Virgo, don't come for me. Okay, I didn't call for you. But you may be doing something like that. So, and I really want to say, like, be cautious of putting your foot in your mouth. Be cautious of talking about things that you don't really know because you may make yourself look like an idiot. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Okay. The 9 of Wands. Give me one more. And the 3 of Wands. Well, what's that Page of Swords in reverse specifically? This just makes me feel like you're assuming the worst about a situation when I really think it's just coming from an unhealed place, okay? And I feel like it might just be separate from this or it might have something to do with this, but ultimately, the things that you're thinking and that you're creating in your mind doesn't mean that just because they're there and they're in your head that they're true. So please be cautious with that. Any worrying, overthinking, things like that is not going to do anything for you. Love this though. Love this energy. You've been through a lot. The 9 of Wands is like, the wounded soldier, the wounded warrior. He's been through a lot. He's, went up against the competition. He moved forward with vigor and determination, and he got the attention, he had the conflict, he went through it all, and now he's like standing on the top of the hill like I fucking did it, right? But it's interesting because it's like it feels to me like you're having a win, especially financially or maybe romantically or maybe business wise, but now it's like you're also looking to the future. What else is there? Or it's like you're wanting more or you're waiting for more to come in. And I also want to say, don't wait too long to do something. Do the thing. Don't sit around and wait for it to come to you. Do the thing. Do it. Don't wait another second. I really want to say like you're on a roll with something. Okay. The 8 of Cups. Oof. Well, this can be a little bit challenging for you next week. It may be that somebody's walking away from you or you're having to walk away from someone or something. Tell me more about this. The Knight of Swords. But yeah, be careful of what you're saying. Really be cautious of what you're saying this week, Virgo, because you could say something that where you really end up hurting somebody or you end up screwing up a connection that you have, and it could be because of misinformation. Okay. It can also be, needing to walk away from needing to know things that you don't really need to know. Like, for instance, like if every time you watch the news, you walk away more pissed off than when you went into it, do you really think it's healthy to watch that much news? Is that good for your peace and handling your business? What is the content that you're consuming? And at the end of the day, is it consuming you? And how is that affecting productivity for you? How is that affecting your thought life and your ability to overcome things? So just something to think about, okay? All right. Hello, Sarah. We have the World. We have the High Priest. Hello, Lori. Oof. Beautiful. You're accomplishing something potentially emotionally. This could also be sexy time, okay, for some of you, especially with somebody that you love if you do have a partner. But you're finally at the end of the road here, but in a positive way. Because you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is a completion. The World is a completion, and it's a successful completion at that. And it's something in regards to your highest potential or higher potential. I love that the Queen of Cups is here because it is telling me or showing me that you do have some kind of love in your life. Or maybe it's that you are getting in touch with some kind of creative projects, or maybe you're spending some time alone behind closed doors, or maybe you're accomplishing something behind closed doors. Give me one more on that world. The Judgment. Wow. It's something in regards to your higher calling, something that you picked up a while ago and then left on the shelf, and now it's like you're bringing it back. But this is a big deal, whatever this is. I mean, look at all these major arcanas here. This is a big deal. It's something that you're accomplishing that was in the past, and now you're actually accomplishing it now, is what it looks like to me. The South Node. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Not microman. Virgos would never micromanage, right, Virg? Never. And then your commitment is being tested. So something that you want, okay? There's something that you want, something that you're committed to, whatever these accomplishments are or what it is that you're out to pursue. It's telling you that you can have this thing, but you may have to let go of something else. Maybe it's you, giving your attention and energy to things that are draining it. And feeling like, for instance, if you're in a relationship where you feel the need to monitor every little thing that they're doing, do you really have a relationship that is trustworthy, that can bring you some form of peace? Or are you just crazy and you need to go to therapy, you know? I get it, right? But, like, you can't micromanage things that are not good for you. For what reason are you doing that? So, I really feel like it's asking you to put your energy into your actual commitments, like, on a soul level more than anything. What do you really want? Okay. Oh my god. What Mr. Mom said. All right. Thank you so much, Virgo. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettalexis.com. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so in the chat box below. Let's move on to Libras. I need some tea or I'm just not going to make it, but I'm going to put it off for now. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, Libra. Definitely be cautious around your insecurities, around your money. Make sure that you're budgeting. Make sure that you're not projecting your insecurities onto other people. Okay. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Oh, love that the Wheel of Fortune is here. That's fabulous. The Five of Wands and the Five of Cups in reverse. So there is something here that has made you quite insecure. And I feel like it's whatever this is that has created some form of conflict. I see that you're able to let go of whatever it is, but it's going to be after some lessons. So I know that sometimes I notice that like my insecurities will come out in my connections or my relationships. And like sometimes it's actually valid. Like sometimes I can be right, right? But there are other times when I am projecting my own insecurities that are creating a reality around me that doesn't actually physically exist. Okay. And I think that this is probably, Libra, what this is around. And I love that the Wheel of Fortune is here because you're very welcome, Aisha, because this is telling me that you're able to see something from a greater and higher perspective. You're able to just let go and kind of let go of control. This is what Virgo needed in Virgo's reading. Letting go of control, not feeling like you have to micromanage something, understanding that it's probably just your ego or your insecurities, getting in the middle of something that it just doesn't need to. And ego and insecurity is the same thing. Ego and insecurity, same thing, different title, in my opinion. The King of Cups, this is going to be a challenge here. The Ten of Swords and the Five of Swords. My goodness gracious. So it seems like here there's somebody that really cares about you. Now, of course, this could just be a therapist, and it can be very challenging for you to talk about past betrayals or feeling like you're just never going to get the relationship that you want, or you're never going to have that relationship with your dad that you want, or whatever the thing is. So it may be like challenging to talk to a therapist or just talking to some kind of masculine figure in your life about whatever this is. Vanessa Williams, nice to see you, bitch. Thank you so much for the super chat question. But that King of Cups there, it tells me that somebody is here to listen. Somebody is here to listen and even absorb, in a way, your emotions and try and help you through something. And maybe it's something that they did. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's an insecurity you're projecting. Who knows what it is, but I really think ultimately it's going to be about you being able to let go and evolve from whatever this is and allowing yourself to be vulnerable about the situation or around it. The 10 of Cups in reverse. I love you too, baby. The Page of Wands and the Emperor in reverse. So this is about, to me, kind of starting from square one a little bit. And you could feel like you've been very emotionally unsupported by people. You can feel like you've had male figures in your life attempt to dominate you, or you could have felt like there were some childhood wounds that have been popping up in your everyday connections or just your everyday life, which that's where most of our crap comes from, is childhood wounds and issues. And you can just feel like, you know what? I don't have to carry that. I don't have to carry that with me. And maybe there are some insecurities around feeling like somebody doesn't have your back, or maybe somebody does, but you are projecting insecurities from your childhood because your dad didn't give you the relationship that you wanted. And now everybody has to fix it. And like, I'm here to attest to it. I get it. But like, I really think that it's about speaking even when your voice shakes. It's about taking that step forward, even though it's fearful, even though you feel like you're going at it alone, but I assure you that you're not. So I really think this is about you having a new start and kind of just letting go of all of the crud and the crap that has been clogging your pipes, so to speak. Don't make a sex joke. Somebody in the chat makes a sex joke, you're out of here. I'm just kidding. You can make the sex joke. But it just makes me feel like you're gaining a higher perspective. You're getting some kind of good karma, by the way. Lori, it has been an honor to serve you, my queen. Long may you reign. I love you. Thank you so much. Everybody, hashtag Lori in the chat, please. Hashtag Lori. She's an incredible mod. Make sure you guys show her some love today. We have the moon. Damn, 36 months. That's crazy, bitch. Damn. The moon, 7 star sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life. Is it tapestry, bitch, or is it tapestry? An expression. Okay. Adjustments are required. So, well, it's interesting because the moon, you think about the fourth house, and that can represent our childhood. That can represent our mother, wounds around the mother, wounds around motherhood, wounds around childhood, and how it's affected our emotions, and how we project our emotions, and how we deal with our emotions, and how we maneuver through our emotions, and how we express them, and where that really comes from. So, I think it's really going to be about you nurturing yourself a little bit this coming week and just kind of figuring out where some of these issues are coming from, or even if it's like you dealing with things that you shouldn't be dealing with or you shouldn't be putting up with. Why do you do that? Is it because of low self-worth or low self-value? Is it because your mom was low-key jealous of you growing up, and so she always called you fat and ugly, or told you were too skinny, or and like you carried that with you, and now you have weird relationships with women because I can sit here and go on a psychological breakdown all day, but you get what I'm saying. So it's about really grabbing that bitch from the root and ripping it out so you don't have to deal with it again, right? So thank you so much, Libra. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. But of course, if you just want to book a quick super chat question, you can do so in the chat box below. All right. Oh my God, Stormy. Hi, Stormy. Stormy's here. Hi, honey. It's so nice to see you. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what my Scorpios have for this coming week. Speaking of the moon, Libra just got the moon. The moon. Okay, well, the moon, I mean, there can be something that you're fearing. It can be that you're listening to your own internal guidance. Maybe you're spending some time by yourself. Maybe you're doing something behind the scenes and you're not telling anybody about it. Maybe you're having issues around trusting yourself. Maybe you actually are trusting yourself. We're going to have to see here. The King of Swords. Okay. Two of Swords. Ooh. It's almost like you're listening to your intuition about a person in your life that you feel may be doing you dirty. For some of you, it can be about you needing to take accountability for something. This can also be about you trusting your own better judgment and your own internal instincts to keep the peace about something here as well. You could also be speaking to a lawyer or some kind of advisor revolving around a legal issue with that justice in reverse, or you're just asking advice from somebody here. But it seems like you're pretty clear-headed about whatever this decision is, but it seems like you haven't quite made it yet. Tell me about that justice in reverse, the star. It can be around having to do with groups, communities, technology, something to do with a future plan, something to do with friends, social media. Maybe it's not about a legal issue. Maybe it's that you're trying to make something right, or maybe you're needing to make something right with somebody. This can be like a truce energy as well. But the scales are imbalanced. How interesting. The scales are imbalanced here. Is it, hold on, I gotta, the moon, Ace of Swords. Are you kind of like hiding a truth a little bit? Are you not ready to tell a truth or be honest? I feel like hmm. It's like you're trying to think about what's best for everyone, I guess you could say, but that justice in reverse tells me that there's something deeper here. Like you don't want to, whoops, sorry about that. Like you don't want to be honest about something. Like you're avoiding it. The moon again in a different deck. This is your challenge. What the fuck? Oh my god. Gigi, thank you so much for that super chat question. Even if it's scary, you have to take the path. And it may surprise you. Like if you're needing to be honest about something, this person may actually surprise you. They may be a very like higher minded person, somebody who's willing to work with you or get on the same page with you about something. Even if it's like, let's say it's like your taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, like, I have a lot of back taxes. I keep avoiding the IRS, right? And then maybe it's like, just call them, like literally just call them and like maybe the conclusion will be better than you think. Do you know what I'm saying? Four of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like it'll be better than you think it will. Because it's like you're holding on to this regret. You're holding on to this like past thing. You can't see the positivity that can come from it because you won't even try. But I feel like you will get the opportunity that you didn't think that you would. Whether it's forgiveness, whether it's like, okay, they come up with a payment plan with the IRS. The IRS comes up with a payment plan that's actually very, very affordable. So instead of like avoiding something, it's like, dude, just do the thing. The sun. Yeah, try to have an optimistic mind frame. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Meditate and contemplate. So this is very much about taking care of yourself, spending some time alone if you need to, which is what I was kind of saying, calming your mind a little bit and trying to have a positive perspective. Sometimes it's just about like, even pretending like you're in that energy will actually literally get you in that energy, and the world will reflect that around you. And I know that sounds super like rainbows, butterflies, woo-woo shit or whatever, but it's true. And easier said than done, but try to have an optimistic mind frame, okay? Thank you so much, Scorpio. I hope that you guys will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. And if you want to book a quick super chat, you can do so in the chat box below. All righty. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Aw, thanks, Necessary Truths. My ugly truth, thank you so much for that super chat question. The Fool in reverse. Either you're too afraid to go on the journey that you're needing to go on. You don't trust it. You don't trust God. You don't trust the universe. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust someone else. Or this is about doing something impulsive without a thought to anybody else. Ooh, don't drop the ball. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Be careful of making any stupid ass financial decisions. Okay, that's really what I want to say. It feels like you impulsively do something and then you can't back it up. Like you're basically cashing you're basically writing a check that your ass can't cash, essentially, is what this looks like. So be careful of any decisions that you make. Like, for instance, let's say that you overbook yourself and you have to, maybe you're in real estate and and then you have a couple of kids and you promise your kids that you're going to take them here and there and all these places this weekend, but then like you get a listing, or somebody wants to see a house, and then you're like, okay, I'll do that. And then and then like you're absolutely losing your mind because you weren't thinking about, you were acting on impulse. Okay. You were doing too much basically. So just be cautious about like overbooking. Yeah. Five of Swords is like, you're so determined to win at something, but you're kind of like, in a way, losing. And I'm not saying financially, maybe, but you're kind of like, you think that you're winning by overbooking yourself or doing too much, but it's actually causing a loss, it feels like. King of Cups in reverse. Oh, God. Is that the person I'm reading for? Yes. Okay. Well, please take care of your emotional well-being this week. For some of you, this is a masculine read, okay? So for a lot of you, you're making a really dumbass decision, and it can be out of straight up spite, okay? This looks like a masculine read, okay? So if you're a feminine Sagittarius, this may be a masculine that you're dealing with. What's up, Aubrey? Love you too. Be cautious with this because it makes me feel like you're doing something really stupid because you're feeling emotionally unwell, bitch. And then what's going to happen is you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, metaphorically speaking, and you're going to piss some people off, and you're probably going to end up pissing yourself off. And it just seems like it's out of emotional manipulation, potentially. The Magician in reverse. It's all coming from a place of doubting yourself, doubting your own natural abilities, and feeling like you have to go about things in like a slimy way a little bit. The Lovers and the Nine of Cups. It's like it's telling you you don't have to do this to get this. You don't have to like do things on the sly or do underhanded tactics in order to get your needs met or in order to be fulfilled. Be really careful with that energy. Cuz it's like this looks like something that is already in your life or something that you can have, and I just don't want you to self-sabotage. The Emperor, the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I really think that if you can program yourself in some way to really kind of detach from the petty shit, excuse my language, that really doesn't matter, and be like, what are the bigger fish that you can fry besides stealing a goldfish out of somebody's, fish bowl, um, because they pissed in your Cheerios or whatever, and then, like, that's the fish that you're frying. Like, that was a terrible example. But you know what I mean? Like, uh, there's bigger things that you should be worried about than whatever the fuck this is. And I really think that you need to leave whatever this is, that crap, in the past, throw it away, I don't care, whatever you gotta do to get it out of there, and focus on, like, who you actually wanna be for real, and the energy that you wanna project, and the kinda life that you wanna have, you know? So, I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know, just conduct yourself in alignment with the kind of life or people that you want is what I wanna say. We have Aries. So, Aries, Emperor. So, this is about really taking initiative and taking the lead and being the leader. Like, if, for instance, I really don't like it when people are like, "Oh, I match your energy." It's like, well, then you're a follower. And I've said that before, and then I was, like, really thinking about it, and I was like, "Well, that would just mean that somebody's just following instead of just, like, being their own person and being sturdy in their way." So, like, if somebody pisses you off and does something, like, if an ex tries to, I don't know, post themselves with another guy on purpose to make you upset, and then you stoop to their level or you match their energy, how much of a leader are you really? How much of your identity is actually yours? Right? Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Nothing will come of the situation. Yeah, nothing will come of the situation if you act like this, you know? So it really is about taking the lead and acting like the queen or the king that you want to be. And stop, like, being such a sponge with negativity and allowing that to decipher the kind of person that you are. You have to take the lead in your own life. Otherwise, it's not your life. It's everybody else's. If you're matching everybody's energy, or if somebody does something nasty to you and you lower yourself enough to do the same thing, then that person is your master. That person is now conducting who you are and telling you who you are. Okay. So, thank you so much, Sagittarius. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. And if you guys want to book a super chat, you can do so right here in the chat box below. All right, Capricorn. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Careful. You may be being incredibly stubborn this week, okay, some of you. Some of you, it's just that you're caring too much about what other people think. Some of you are doing a sloppy job at your job. Let's see what it is. The Knight of Swords, 2 knights. The Nine of Wands in reverse. The Hierophants in reverse. I feel like some of you are getting in some freaking stubborn ass philosophical debates with another person, and you're acting very impulsively, Capricorn. All right, be careful with that, because there's something that's really basically, making your butthole pucker, and you're feeling very impulsive. And it's like you're running circles around somebody and just making yourself tired. And it really can be around philosophical debates. Don't drop the ball. Please don't drop please don't drop the ball this week. Okay? Cuz it's almost like you are trying to shove something down somebody's throat that does not align with them, or you're trying, what's up, dark matter? You're trying to convince somebody of something, and all you're doing is you just keep running into a brick wall at full speed, and then you're gonna be asking, "Why am I bleeding?" It's okay if someone doesn't agree with you, okay? Sometimes if you're like, I don't even want to say if you're in the right, but let's say that you're in the right about something. That's great. But if this person is not going to be receptive to the information and they have already decided that, everything now after that, after you've realized this and have determined this, is now a waste of your time. And it's only really about how long you're going to continue to waste your time until you learn the lesson. Because really, at the end of the day, it's about when you're going to learn your lesson and how much time you're going to take to be able to learn that. For others of you, you're the stubborn bitch. You can be the stubborn one, okay? For no reason. Just want to fight just to fight, okay? So just be cautious with that. The devil. Well, this is supposed to be what the problem is, and the devil is Capricorn. So you might be the problem this coming week. Then the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords, okay? What's that 8 of Swords about? The 10 of Wands. Okay. Be careful of taking on too much. I really think this is about you guys working on yourself. You guys may really need to be working on yourself this week. Instead, you're kind of like running around in circles or, running in circles like a chicken with its head cut off. And it's almost like you're doing it to yourself. Like something needs to be completed. Like something needs to be finished. Like you need to graduate now. You're on to something. It could be work. It could be in regards to your physical body, your day-to-day, your routine, something like that. But it's like saying you now need to make a decision around some kind of matter in your life that you're just like sitting there. You don't want to make the decision or you don't want to finish the thing because of whatever reason. And it's like you just keep going in circles. So I don't know what that thing is, but it's like, all right, time to kind of wrap it up now cuz you're staying in stuck mode. It's like graduation is now the next level. You got to get to the next level of something. And so what do I mean by this? Right? Let's use me. I'm going to be really self-deprecating, right? Let's say you're a tarot reader. That's great. We love that. We love that you've been a tarot reader for so many years. Okay? We love that for you. That's great. Now what, right? Let's say, well, I really want to do astrology, but you're just still working on the same thing that you've been working on and you're just staying in the same place. And it's like, okay, you need to like complete the cycle, right? You need to graduate to the next thing. Like, whatever that may be. And it doesn't have to be like astrology. Maybe it's like you need to do the tarot course, right, Violetta? You need to finish the tarot course, whatever the thing is. So I'm not saying for you it's tarot, but there's something in your life, whether it's a relationship, whether it's like, okay, we've been together for 10 years. We're not getting married. Not that marriage needs to be the end goal for everybody, but if that's something that you really want, but like we're not doing that, maybe we're in the wrong relationship. What are we doing here, right? The 4 of Swords for something that you have to look forward to, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the King of Wands. Well, I really think that this can be a time if you're feeling emotional. There's a lot of knights here. If you're feeling emotionally unwell, if you're feeling like a little bit of in a mood, you're going to have a chance to be able to kind of regroup a little bit and heal or take some time to yourself and just kind of think about things. And I really think that that's going to help you build your confidence or get yourself in the right frame of mind and show up in this more like leadership type of position, this more confident position. So I want to say, like, when you feel like you got to take a break from somebody or something, do it. Cardinal, well, you are a cardinal sign. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability, and you are good enough. So it's like if you're trying to constantly prove something to someone, where is that coming from? Where is that truly coming from? Because a lot of the times if we're trying to prove something to someone over and over and over again, although they're not receptive to our information, that's coming from a place of insecurity. You just need to be confident enough. Well, this is my stance and this is your stance, and that's okay. you know, and this is really about you being a leader. You being a leader and you taking that sense of accountability and ownership for where your life is going or where a relationship is going or where your career is going. Cuz you're the one holding the paintbrush. You're the one with the canvas. Where do you want to take it? You know? Like if you paint a picture and somebody says that's not art, well, who the fuck are they to say? And why do you feel the need? No, but it is. And these are all the reasons why. It doesn't matter. You don't have to prove that your painting is art. Somebody else is going to walk by it and they're going to be like, oh my God, that is the most beautiful piece of art I've ever seen. Great. But you don't need to shove it down somebody else's throat as to why it is or whatever. I hope that makes sense. So thank you so much, Capricorn. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading or just support the channel, you can head on over to violettaalexis.com, or you can book a super chat reading or donate to the channel in this chat box right here on YouTube. All right. Let's move on to Aquarius. Hello, Leo Empress. I'm so dead, Lori. You're welcome, Kate. Oh, God, my freaking knee hurts. All right. Aquarius. 3 of Wands in reverse. Don't wait too long. Ooh, 3 of Cups in reverse. Oh, my God. Need a little bit more on that one. 3 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands. 10 of Swords. Phew. There may be an opportunity for you to join some kind of group or go out with friends or make new friends or something like that. Some kind of social thing, but you may wait too long and kind of miss the mark, okay, for some of you. For others of you, you may be getting very frustrated with some people in your life. It can be gossip, rumors, drama, some kind of chaos in regards to a friend group, something like that. Maybe it's just on social media, who knows? But you can be finding yourself incredibly frustrated. Like there's no return. Like nothing's coming in. You're getting fired up and nobody's putting out the fire, whatever the thing is. And it's not a good look. So it makes me feel like you're kind of ending something here, something that's likely ran its course for some of you. So it just seems like some kind of gossip, rumors, drama, third party situations, whatever it may be. You're just like, I'm not getting anywhere here. Like, I don't feel secure here. I don't feel happy here. I'm not having a good time with these people, with this person. But I think that that's what's inspiring you to be like, you know what? F this. Like, your confidence is coming from, it's almost like lighting a fire under your ass a little bit. And you're like, all right, I'm fucking out of here, you know, with that 10 of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. Am I like getting a return on my investment, right? What am I actually getting out of this? Like, why is this healthy for me? Why am I inviting this into my life? Why is this here? Am I actually invested in this, or have I invested into this for no reason? 8 of Wands in reverse. Ugh. Queen of Cups. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. There's no really like end goal in sight. It may be like you're trying to force something emotionally, but like there's no, and like maybe the emotions are there. So for instance, let's say it is a relationship, okay? Let's be super, super fucking cliche, right? Let's say it's a relationship and like you've invested a lot of time and energy and stuff like that. And like while maybe there's love, there's no actual longevity. And at this point, we're just forcing something that's never going to come to fruition. It's like 7 of Pentacles is as far as it's going to go, you know? Or maybe it's a business, maybe whatever. So the 7 of Pentacles can sometimes be like, okay, do I continue to like nurture this old thing or should I go ahead and plant seeds over here? You know, and sometimes it's gonna be difficult because it's really hard to make decisions that go against what our heart says. Well, you know, there you know how our hearts speak to us, right? The justice for what you have to look forward to with the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Your days of running around or feeling like something is inconsistent or being drained emotionally, I feel like that's over. I think that you're making a very justified decision that is going to make you feel better emotionally, that's going to bring your spark back, that's not going to make you feel so drained like you're just, you know, being sucked by a vampire every day and every night, right? Give me one more for this. The Chariot. Yeah, you're having a victory. You're like, "F this, I don't need this. This does not inspire me anymore. This is draining to me. I need to do what's right for me." I feel like some of you are getting good karma as well. Because, like, sometimes, when you put a lot of love into somebody or into a situation and you don't get it back, like, from that particular situation or person, it will come in other ways. Yang. This is about taking initiative and truly being proactive, which is what I think that you're going to do anyway. You'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So, yeah, and then, I mean, there it is. And I feel like you're the one that is taking initiative for this new beginning. So it really is about being proactive. It's about going forward and doing what you need to do in order to have inner peace, really inner peace, and to be able to have new beginnings. But it's like you have to make this decision. Nobody else can really make it for you. And I feel like you are. Yeah, because it's like it's gonna either something is like gonna get worse until it force you out of it, or it's like you can just go ahead and bite the bullet now. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it feels like to me. So thank you so much, Aquarius. I really think that better things are ahead. Don't trip about it too much. I know Pluto is going in your guys' sign. I know that's really scary, especially for all his fixed placements, right? I'm terrified. I mean, damn, I got a Taurus rising. I got Scorpio on my descendant. I got Venus in Scorpio, Pluto in Scorpio. Pluto is at 5 degrees. So I'm going to be feeling this coming year. Okay. My ascendant is at 7 degrees Taurus. My moon is at 15. My Venus is at 11. You know, these next like 10 years are not a good look for me. Like, it's just, so I know us fixed signs are kind of like crapping our pants a little bit, but it's all good. You'll be fine. After this, Aquarius, you're going to be more empowered than you could ever imagine. So, thank you so much, Aquarius. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. If you want to donate to the channel or if you want to book a super chat, you can do so in the chat box below. All right, let's move on to Pisces. Ooh, okay. Don't hurt them, honey. Looking good, feeling good, smelling good, taking care of your money, taking care of yourself, feeling very secure in yourself and how you look and your finances. And, maybe your business is doing good. If you have your own business, your marriage, relationship to your kids, all of that stuff can be going really, really well. The 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Swords. Oh, I feel like this is you. Mm, if you've been like in a really insecure, worried mind frame where you've allowed your emotions to get the better of you, where you've just like been a sponge for negativity. I know you water signs are super sensitive. I have moon in my first house, so I get that. But it makes me feel like something is really like, even though you're in this energy of security and beauty or just feeling handsome, whatever gender you identify with, just being in a really good place, it's like this sense of something not being enough. It just feels like it's a thought or a seed that you plant into your head and it just festers. And it makes me feel like this is a wound that you've had. Like, for instance, like Saturn and Taurus, which is what the 5 of Pentacles is, it can sometimes be like, I'm never enough, or my self-worth is not enough, or I never have enough money, or the money that I'm saving is never going to be enough. And then something bad is going to happen. And maybe like if let's say it is about finances, maybe that comes from a place where maybe you grew up and your parents lived in poverty or they didn't have a lot of money. And so now you kind of have this bit of a complex, or, always having a fear of abandonment, maybe that you never got over. So be careful of just like your thoughts, I want to say, this week more than anything. And Saturn is in your guys' sign. So it's kind of, dragging you down a little bit, but it's just something to work through, really. I wouldn't worry about it too much. The 7 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the High Priestess. Well, the High Priestess is you, baby. You know, I really want you to be cautious of your thinking, and really tune into yourself and your emotions and ask yourself kind of where this is coming from. God, this reading reminds me of somebody else's. Was it Libra? I can't remember. But I would really try to avoid inner conflict. I'm not saying like avoid it altogether. Like I want to say like make sure you know where that is coming from. These thoughts are coming from. This lack mindset is coming from. Whatever it is, understand it, acknowledge it, understand that it's there, but also understand that it's just a thought. Okay. And don't drive yourself crazy hanging on to that. It's like focus on your higher potential, focus on meditation, focus on maybe some alone time if that's something that you need. This can also be about being your highest vibrational self. Like for me, I know that when I'm in my higher vibration, I am writing, I am being creative, I don't feel the need to prove myself to anybody. I just show up. I don't feel like I need to put on a performance, and like I know that that is my higher vibration, is just showing up as I am. So like whatever that is for you, because the High Priestess, in my opinion, is your higher vibration. So it's like what and so sometimes what can pull me out of my higher vibration is indulging in things like crappy foods, or is indulging in people that I know just bring me down, or people that I know that low key gossip about me, or watching certain shows that I know are just absolute trash and don't do anything for me, or whatever it may be. I know if I'm not meditating, I know I'm not living in my higher vibration. So just make sure that you're focusing on those things, okay? Yeah, see, like Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Swords in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse. I really feel like you're going to have some breakthroughs. I think that there's going to be something that happens where you actually do revisit some kind of wound that you have, whether it is a financial wound, not feeling good enough. That can kind of be the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in reverse can also be like doing too much for people to be able to prove yourself or to keep them around, or just basically being a slave to something that is not in your highest good. And I think that you're really going to have some revelations around that this week, especially when you're tuning into yourself and your body and your feelings, and taking some alone time as well, and asking yourself where some of these negative thoughts are coming from. So it just feels like breakthroughs to me more than anything. It really feels like breakthroughs, and it can come from a person in your life that kind of helps you think about these things. Mhm. House 5, called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Love that. A time for healing. It's maybe something around like childhood wounds, maybe with that house 5, a time for healing, because this can be about children. Maybe it's around childhood wounds, absolutely. But this is asking you, be creative, or learn to express yourself more, learn to have fun, be lighthearted. That can kind of be house 5. It's about play and passion and fun and entrepreneurship and sex and romance and dating and all of those beautiful things. And where it says soul gifts and training, it's time to step it up. Maybe there is something that you're really good at when it comes to creative pursuits that you're just kind of ignoring. Or maybe you have like a fear around, like, let's say that you really love poetry, okay? Let's say you really love poetry, but you're way too afraid to do something like open mic night, and it's like, just do it. Just do it, 'cause it's all downhill from there. And By the way, downhill means easier, uphill means harder. So sometimes when people say, "Oh God, it's all, it's all downhill from there," they say it in a negative way when actually downhill can mean it's easier. So sometimes it's just about doing the thing that kind of scares you a little bit and then seeing that it's not actually that big of a deal. But what is a big deal is that you did something that's true to you that scared you a little bit, and that can only build confidence. Okay. Thank you so much, Pisces. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal reading, you can do so at violetaalexis.com. And if you want to donate to the channel, or if you just want to book a quick super chat, you can do so in the chat box below. So let's go ahead and do some of our super chats, and I'm going to get the heck out of here. All right. Shout out to Darcy for becoming a member again. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the Dragon family. Then we have Zaza. Hey V, was Jim dating Tara while we were together? I don't think that they were dating, but I do think that that was still up in the air, or the possibility of it was still up in the air. So still like holding on to that, still feeling like there was unfinished business. But do I think that they were actually dating? No. What are his feelings towards you now, the Hangman? I feel like he's realizing that he just kind of has to like let go of control of certain things, maybe needing to focus more on compassion. I think that this is somebody who probably feels that you've been very compassionate towards them as well. But I also think that there's something about this connection that has changed his perspective in some way. And he may be willing to make some kind of sacrifices in order to keep the connection and or the relationship. Amelia, has he slept with someone else since we met? No. No, I don't think so. I don't think he even thinks anybody else was up to par with that Four of Cups there. Four of Cups is like, no, 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 next, no, no. He may have been talking to somebody, but I don't think he was sleeping with anybody. But it seems like nobody was really that interesting to him. Wagos, will I be regularized at work? I just want to know how my bosses think and feel about me. If there's anything more I need to improve on. Thank you. You're welcome. I think they'll keep having you back, or having you return, or keep you. How can they? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's saying like jump at the opportunities that are available to you. So for instance, if your boss is like, "Oh, who wants to, like, let's say it's real estate. Who wants to come with me on this showing to help me out?" Like jump at that. I'm not saying like when they snap, jump. I'm just saying like don't miss an opportunity to do the best that you possibly can. Because they may feel like sometimes, I don't want to say they think that they're settling with you as an employee, but they may feel like you could step it up a bit. JD Venus, hi V, has D been seeing other people? Page of Wands, I think he's flirting with the idea, or he may be kind of like reaching out a little bit, but I don't think it's anything that serious. The Page of Wands is just like, oh, hey, like DMs or something like that. Advice for Venus here, the Nine of Swords: get out of your head about it. Don't spend any more mental energy on this than you need to. If anything, I would focus on self and just your own overall peace of mind and sense of well-being. And I don't know why it's telling me that, but that is what it's telling me. Okay. Love you, Cassie, my girl. Give some good news, please, pretty lady. I appreciate you. Absolutely. Tell me only the good stuff that is coming towards Cassie within the next 3 months. The Empress. Damn. 10 of Cups in reverse. The Hermit. Well, even though you may have had some failed relationships, or even felt like somebody or people were supposed to be supportive of you weren't, that Empress energy is telling me that you're far above that anyway. The Hermit is somebody who is incredibly self-aware. They've been through the ringer. they've had to go through a dark night of the soul to understand who they are, and that's exactly what's happening. But because of that, it's interesting because it's almost like because others or a person hadn't seen or has not seen your worth, that is actually the reason why you see yours. This can also be a time where you're feeling incredibly creative. You may be looking good, feeling good, smelling good. Maybe you're working out. Maybe you're going tanning, or maybe you're just taking care of yourself and you're feeling like $1,000,000. I can definitely see that. And it feels like you don't need anybody to validate you. You could also be spending a lot of time alone. The Temperance, the Death in reverse, something that has not completed, something that has not finished or completed in the way that you had hoped. It seems like you're at peace with whatever that is. It can also be about something from the past, that you're still wanting to talk about or you're wanting to complete. It's not quite there yet, but it seems like you're being very patient. It seems like you're being very methodical. It seems like you're also in a very creative energy. It can also be about something from the past that's already, like, been over. It seems like you're coming to terms with that or you're at peace with that in general. So it just seems like a lot of peace, a lot of self-awareness, looking good, feeling good, smelling good, being very creative. Time alone is actually exactly what you want and need. It's almost like you're in like a cocoon phase a little bit. House 6, talking about working out. House 6, Mars and surrender to the divine. How interesting. Well, Mars and house 6, that's a interesting combo there. This can really be about taking the initiative and being the leader in your own life when it does come to your day-to-day routine. What's your sleep schedule look like? Are you working out? What are you feeding yourself? Are you seeing your doctor regularly? Are you working with a personal trainer? Do you have a great routine in place that is easy for you, but keeps you on your toes, you know, and also not being so hard on yourself as well, and understanding that everything in due time. So it's very interesting because house 6 is about the daily grind. It's about the day to day, but the surrender to the divine really makes me think of house 12. So making sure that you have your house 6 and house 12 axis in balance. Okay. So it's like where house 6 is about being on the day-to-day grind, about doing all of those things and about taking initiative, it's equally as important to make sure that you're having alone time, making sure that you're having downtime and rest, etc. Okay? And also not being so hard on yourself, if that's a thing that you do. I think we all can do that sometimes. Thank you, Cassie. Love you to pieces. All righty. Let me actually shuffle really quick. Last shuffle. All right. Vanessa. Hi, Violetta. How are you, girly? I am as red as a dog's wee wee. My face looks terrible. That's why I'm not showing it. How are you? Would like to know the answer. Future actions towards me, if any. King of Pentacles, Six of Wands in reverse. I'm not being too showy. It's like I think that they're like there and they're trying to show up, but they may be taking their sweet ass time. I don't think that this is a person who is uh giving it too much showy Leo kind of attention. It seems like they're maybe in pursuit, but it's also at the same time it's not like they're showing up in a limousine with, standing out of the sunroof, like in Pretty Woman with, a bouquet of fucking flowers. You know what I mean? The 7 of Cups, Queen of Wands, Judgment in reverse. They may kind of have you like wondering, second guessing yourself sometimes. I wonder if somebody's trying to like humble you or something like that. I hope that that's not the case, because that would not be cool. The Judgment in reverse makes me feel like somebody's not making a very important decision that they need to make in regards to you, although they are very sexually attracted, and you could kind of feel in the dark a little bit, or they may even have some other options if this is specifically about love. Okay, so just be cautious with that. Saturn, I'm getting boundaries off of that card. Trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Saturn can also be about patience. So it may be asking you to be patient with something, and this is Saturn, basically, because that's Capricorn. This is telling you to stay true to yourself, stay true to you, stay true to your values and who you are as a person, etc. And it's telling you not to rush something and just like take your time with something. Okay. So like for instance, if you like want to rush a relationship or something, it's telling you not to do that. Boundaries maybe need to be set, or you just may need to be taking your time to make sure like this is actually what's true to you and what you actually want. Thank you, Vanessa. All right. Shout out to Lori with the 36 months. Damn. Then we got my girl Gigi. Hi, love. How does Daniel feel about me? What are his intentions? What does Daniel feel for Gigi? The Sun in reverse, the Strength, the Two of Swords. He definitely wants peace, and he may feel like he gets that with you sometimes. Sometimes a little bit of doubt could happen, but it could just be more around like pride or some kind of insecurity that he has, but he's holding on to you. There is passion here, and although there's a little bit of negative thinking, this is Moon in Libra. So his emotions are taking initiative towards the connection. Like, he feels drawn to it. So, he's here. Sometimes I just think he gets a little down, but even the Sun being in reverse is still positive. His intentions, the Judgment, the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Three of Wands in reverse. He may have been waiting too long to make a move or to offer something to you, or even to reconcile or to do the right thing or to take accountability. It feels like whatever that thing is that he's been kind of putting off, it feels like he's getting ready to do that thing. So, for instance, if there has been like, just for an example, if there has been some kind of separation between the two of you guys and he's been like waiting, this may be the time here coming up pretty soon where he doesn't wait anymore. I heard Scorpio season. We're in Scorpio season. So that looks positive to me. This is telling you to go with the flow. Protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Trust yourself, trust God, go with the flow. It's telling you to not let pride get in your way. Don't know why it's saying that. Maybe he thinks you're the one with the pride. I have no idea. But it's telling you to go with the flow and welcome change, or just kind of surrender what's happening. That doesn't mean put up with bad behavior. That's not what I'm saying. But even if it's like bad behavior has been, if this is like not going well, for instance, if there's already been bad behavior, it's like, okay, well, if you've already set your boundaries and they're not doing it, they're not abiding by that, don't try to force something that shouldn't be forced, and allowing your pride to get in the way. That's just an example, okay? But apply it to your own personal situation. Thank you so much, Gigi. All right, we got my ugly truth. Angie, Gemini, how is tomorrow's vibe going to be at the party? Love interest related. He's an Aries. All right, show me the vibe. The 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords. All righty. This seems to me more so like a worried energy as opposed to this actually happening. Could there be a betrayal? Could there be some kind of ending? Sure. But the Nine of Swords is before it. So it's making me wonder if it's not just we're like really in our head about things. Be careful of like getting too drunk and getting paranoid. Maybe it's him that does it. Give me one more on that Ten of Swords, the Nine of Wands in reverse. Ugh. Somebody could finally give in to some kind of ending, or we could be exhausting ourselves mentally, thinking worst case scenario, or basically getting paranoid. So seems like your head might be getting in the way, or somebody else is causing that stress. So not sure what that's about. That was just, I would, I don't want to say worst case scenario, but god damn. And you try to have the time of your life, okay? Renegade. What does my Leo husband say about me behind my back and with whom? I'm a Scorpio. Thank you, beautiful. Oh, you're welcome, honey. What does the Leo husband say about Renegade behind their back? Oh, I don't want to. Oh, God. That looks terrible. I don't know if you guys have talked about some kind of separation or something like that, but sometimes that Ten of Pentacles in reverse can represent a serious breakup or a divorce. Now, I don't know. I don't want you to like go home and be like, oh my God, they're gonna. I'm not saying that, okay? But the Eight of Swords in reverse can be like, right, I'm not stuck. I'm making a decision. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse can be some kind of separation, maybe. So maybe he's telling somebody that like that's been a thought on his mind. And sometimes he feels like he just keeps going back to the same thing, or maybe he has a hard time changing, and maybe he feels like you settled for him and that makes him insecure. And basically it feels like he's not uncertain about something anymore. Now, this can be if there was a separation of some sort, he can be saying to somebody, well, I keep going back because I don't want to lose money, or even though we broke up, like I still want to revisit this. I still want to see if there's something there. So I can see that also being a thing. Um, what else does he say? The Star in reverse. Ugh. There's like a something that's unhealed from the two of you, or there's like a hard time seeing the future of where this could go, or it can be that he is telling somebody he's losing a little bit of hope. Who's he saying this to? Queen of Pentacles, Taurus energy, but it could be Virgo, Capricorn, female. Could be a business owner, could be a mother, um, somebody who's well off, or somebody who's a businesswoman. Oh God, the King of Wands. And a Leo. So possibly a Taurus and a Leo. However, it could be Aries, Sagittarius, but then there's also a masculine that however, this can be the Leo. This can be your Leo husband, quite frankly. Hopefully it's not somebody he's attracted to or something, because the Leo can be like, I'm attracted to blah, blah, blah. But the King of Wands is not looking at this person. It's interesting that they're set up like this where they're not really looking at each other. So I don't know. I don't think that it's really like that per se. So I'm wondering if that's just him. But yeah, it's this woman. House 4. It could be a family member, somebody he grew up around. Deep love, mother's milk. Birth is a portal. Is it the mother? House 4 can be the mother, and this says mother's milk. I feel like it's family. Luck is on your side. This is telling you to not sweat something. And I don't know why, but it's telling you that luck is on your side. I don't know what that thing is, but luck is on your side. That's all I know. Maybe somebody actually has your back, you know? Maybe it's not like to the depths of despair. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody actually has your back. Honestly, it's kind of what I'm getting. Thank you, Renegade. Thank you, thank you. Sky, how does M remember me? Like you had something to offer? Like you were looking good, feeling good, smelling good, like you had something to offer, but you also didn't need anybody as well. Like you don't need anybody. This is a very good energy to remember somebody in. That's a great energy. Like this person really believes that you have something to offer. Pinky, hi love. Should I go to the Imagine Dragons concert Sunday night? Um, will I be overextending myself? If yes, alone or with somebody? Should she go to the Imagine Dragons? No. Okay. What should she be doing? The King of Swords. Maybe this is about consulting with somebody specifically, a professional. This can be telling you to talk to a male friend of yours, to get advice from somebody, maybe learning something. But that Knight of Pentacles in reverse is telling me no, to be honest. That's Virgo energy. Virgo can be about health or like the body or, I don't know. I don't think it's a good time in my opinion. But hey, do what's best for you, baby. Thank you, Pinky. MS, thank you so much for the super chat question. What's the new crush, Francesco? Thinking about me and the potential meetup between us. Genuine? Question mark. Let's see. What are his thoughts around this potential meetup? Ooh, okay. This person may feel like you have a lot of insecurities that can be very hard to handle. This person may feel like that may become burdensome, although this is somebody who feels like they truly understand why or they understand you. This could be somebody who feels like you might be a little much, but it could be because of a wound or, like I said, some kind of insecurity. However, I still think that despite all of that, this person either has love for you or they feel like that is what is happening or could happen. Is this genuine? What's that Page of Swords in reverse? I think yes to a point. I think that he wants to have a good time. He may even be open to a relationship, but I think that he's either there's like an assumption he may be making or he feels like he doesn't have all the facts to invest. Like maybe he thinks that you're hiding something or maybe he's afraid of like somebody being a gold digger and like usually the people that are, afraid of men that are afraid of girls being gold diggers are the men that don't have any money. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's your person, okay? But it makes me feel like there's a little bit of a worry here or a lack of information that is making him a little selective with his time and energy and or money. But yeah, I would say it's genuine. House 10. Oh, wow. Okay. Baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. A personal issue reaches a resolution. So I feel like the only resolution towards this is quite literally listening to your own intuition and taking responsibility for that and taking responsibility for actually listening to your intuition. So when it's saying something like follow your intuition before it makes sense, what it's meaning is that sometimes our intuition, which is just like a gentle nudge, like, hey, don't do that, or stay away from that person, right? It's like a gentle whisper and it disappears, right? But it never moves. It's just there. But what it means when it says follow your intuition before it makes sense is when we try to take that in our mind and we dissect it and we try to justify bad behavior, we try to or we try to sabotage. So whatever it may be for you, it's telling you to take responsibility for your own intuition and make decisions from that place. Thank you so much, MS. And then we have Victoria Saldana. What's coming up for me? Let's see. Show me what's coming up for Victoria in the next month. The Five of Swords. Why? The King of Cups. You could feel like a little bit at a loss when it comes to either a therapist or when it comes to a masculine energy in your life. It may be romantic, absolutely, but the King of Cups can also just be somebody like a companion, somebody who's listening to you, somebody who's listening to your emotions. Tell me more. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, 555. Whoa, 555. That is very, I would look that up. For those to come in your reading, that's very interesting to me. I think that there's somebody here who's trying to help you with a situation. And it seems like this person cares about you, maybe is in love with you, or if it's not romantic, somebody who once again is trying to help you through some kind of loss or some kind of situation. This is asking you to kind of let it out a little bit. If there's a fear of not being enough, not having enough, I really want you to realize that you're focusing on the wrong thing. And I know that's easier said than done, but you are. With that Five of Cups there, focusing on, if you look right, you see how she is not even realizing that these two full cups are here, but these three cups are totally empty. That's what she's focused on. It's like, well, you can't do anything with those, you know? So it's really about taking what you can from every situation and making it work for you. And I think that somebody here has your best interest in heart. At heart, I would listen to this person. Okay. So just be cautious of like focusing too much on the past and those kind of things. Vanessa, will Cancer D reach out? Show me the next month. Seven of Wands in reverse. He seems a little defeated or even potentially intimidated. He may even be holding a grudge, or he may be needing to grow up a little bit. He may be kind of acting a little immature. So I'm not seeing within the next month. What would have to change for him to reach out? The Sun in reverse. He would need to be more optimistic about a situation. What about the next 2 months? The Hangman in reverse. It's like he's just kind of stagnant. He's not really moving. So unless he like changes his perspective or starts to change his mind frame in regards to being more optimistic about a situation and trying to see the bright side of something instead of allowing his ego to get in the way, or pride or whatever his thing is, then he's just not, it's not going to happen. So it makes me feel like this is kind of like a wah energy. Wah, that's what this reminds me of a little bit. Kind of like a stick in the mud. Thank you, Vanessa. I love you to pieces. Melly G, is Josh seeing someone else? That's why he's quiet. Well, let's see. Why is he quiet? The Hierophant. He may be talking to somebody at a distance, or maybe committed to somebody at a distance, or talking to somebody that he may want to commit to. Yeah, maybe at a distance. Could be somebody at a distance, quite literally. This could be somebody from the past, maybe, with that Three of Swords in reverse. Somebody he's trying to heal something with. It could also be about religion, though, and spirituality. Is he talking to somebody else? Yes or no? Okay. The strength can be like he may be passionate about somebody. Strength is Leo. Leo can represent the heart space, so it may be that. It may be somebody that he sees as marriage potential. I know that sounds really shitty, and I'm really sorry, and I definitely hope that that's not the case. And it seems like he's trying to move forward with it. And with that Eight of Wands, yeah, I do feel like he's talking to somebody else. It could be somebody of a different nationality, or somebody from a foreign country, or somebody of some kind of different philosophical or religious background, maybe. But ultimately it seems like, though, it's something that he's kind of going with the flow of things. So I would say yes, which I really, really hate to tell you that, because that's like super crappy. Nobody wants to hear that, but you can do better, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would just be on the lookout for that. All right, you guys, I got to get out of here. I love you so much. Shout out to Dart Designs. You guys, please go check out Dart Designs store. Her designs are pretty awesome. Shout out to Rick. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to all my dragons. Shout out to my super chatters. I love you guys. And as always, if you guys want to book a personal reading, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. I love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.